All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, we've got a VV Lab. We got 5 games to go over, 5 VV Lab submissions. And for any of the new listeners out there, you might be wondering, what is a VV Lab? What on earth am I talking about? Well, essentially what happens is I have this channel on the Discord called Review My Game. And anyone who wants me to review their game, it kind of works as like a miniature free coaching session. You know, they submit their games in that channel on the Discord, and I review them. You know, it takes a while to get to them sometimes. You know, you got to be patient with me, but we get to them eventually. I just kind of go straight down the line. Okay, so if you're interested in me reviewing one of your games, it is extremely easy to set up, and it's completely free. Okay, all you do is record your game. Right? Number 1, record your game. Number 2, upload it to YouTube. And then number 3, hop on the VV Theory Discord. Link is in the channel description. And it's submitted under the channel Review My Game. And as soon as I see it in there, I give you the thumbs up emoji. That means you know I saw it. And then it gets thrown in line. And whenever it's your turn, it's your turn. I'll review it then. Okay, so very easy to set up. And again, it's meant to be like a free miniature coaching session. That's what it's meant to be. Okay, so if you're interested in that, if you're interested in me like kind of watching over your, and reviewing your games, by all means, hop on the Discord, submit a game under the Review My Games channel. Now, let's do this, guys. First game up, I think we have a game of Red Green Smoker versus Yellow Eustace Kid. Now, actually, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Guys, I'll have everything timestamped in the general description, and I'll have all relevant links and stuff like that in the comment section below. I almost said deck list, but that would have probably frustrated people because I do not have the deck list to all these submitted games. So my apologies there, guys. I do not have all the deck lists for these games because people, just random people are submitting these, and they don't always submit a deck list with it. Okay? So, with that in mind, let's do this, guys. Let's hop into the first one. We got a game of Red Green Smoker versus Yellow Eustace Kid. All right, so the volume is off, the speed is on 2x, and here we go. Very high quality on this video, 2160p 64K. We'll take it every time. All right, so here we go. We got a game of, okay, check this out, guys. I don't know what this feature is. Hang on, we got to go back here. Let me hit play one more time from the beginning. I don't know what this feature is that this person has, and it looks like it's on their phone or something, how it's elongated. Not really sure what's going on there, but I'm a big fan of how you can see both players' decks here. I don't know how that's possible. Is this some type of replay function? Guys, if y'all know, please tell me in the comment section below. I've never seen this before. So here we go. There's the deck list if you need that. Very cool. Again, very cool feature. And okay, and look at the right. Hey, hang on, guys. I have to move my camera so you guys can see what is going on here. All right, I don't know what's going on here. That's what's really happening. On the right, we have some type of controls. Don't worry, we will restart the game, guys. Just hang on one second. Look at this. There's like controls on the right. We got the player's hands revealed and everything. This is really nice for watching games. Like, this is a really nice way to rewatch, to watch the replays. Okay, now, hang on. Let me pause this and let me, put my camera back to where it should be. I just wanted to show you guys how cool that was, whatever this system is. Again, if you guys know what's going on here, please say something in the comment section below. I have no idea. I've never seen this before. All right, so here we go. Volume is off. Speed's on 2x. Let's get started here. There's the deck list. We had to do like a total restart, right? That was that is a very cool feature, I have to say. Okay, now Red Green Smoker is going to be going first. And they have no one drop in their hand. That's unfortunate. And then Eustace Kid's going to go second. And they have 2 of their 1-cost searchers they're going to play out right away. Okay, and that hand is looking very, very nice for the Eustace Captain Kid player. Okay, now we get the searcher a turn late for the Red Green Smoker. And hang on. Wait. Did we counter out of that? Did the Yellow Eustace Kid player counter out? Let me hit play. 7 into 5. 2K, 1K. Okay. First of all, I have to show you guys one more thing. Look how cool this is over on the left. Trash counter for 2K, trash for 1K, and it shows the new attack with 7K versus 8, so they did not take a damage. That is a really cool feature there for whatever this little replay review format is. So, now, back to the game. There is no way that I am countering out of that attack for 7 this early in the game, because especially with the Gadatsu, so we see there's a Virgo on the board. I mean, worst case scenario, you play out Gadatsu to pop the Virgo on the board, but look at the hand. Look at our hand right now. There's a 2-cost Rosinante, like in the Red Green Smoker player's hand. I understand that the Yellow Eustace Kid player doesn't know their hand, obviously, other than what they search, they would know. But here's the thing. Rosinante, Tony Chopper, and then the 3-cost Tashigi, those are all very relevant targets to pop with Gidatsu, and then you establish a 5-cost 6K in the process. Like, yeah, you're never going to hit the 5-cost stuff because Red Green Smoker only has 4 life. You know, so obviously it's not going to work. But yeah, whatever the case is, I do not think we should have countered out that. I don't think we should have countered out, period, even if we did have better counter options in hand. I think we should have kept the Gidatsu in hand. I don't think we should have countered. I think we should have just taken this hit and gone from there. Okay, so let's see what happens. In fact, I just want to show like this accuracy meter. It's not that was a blunder because we did save a life, but I would consider that a slight inaccuracy, like maybe even a mistake. Okay, that's just my personal opinion. You guys tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Okay, now let's go ahead and hit play and see what happens. So we countered out of that very, very defensively, very, you know, or aggressively, I guess you could say is a better way to say it. Gonna swing for 5, probably play out the Basil Hawkins here and give it blocker and pass. Okay. They did not. They chose to not give it blocker here. That's interesting. And now, of course, the Red Green Smoker player is going to play out the 5-cost Smoker. And wait a minute, what just happened there? I think there was. How did they get 4? How did they get 5 Dawn back? Hey, I got to see something real quick, guys. Or 4 Dawn or whatever that was. So Red Green Smoker player is going to play out the 5-cost Smoker, resting 5, standing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think there might be some type of glitch going on with this replay format, with this feature here. I think there's some type of glitches going on because they should not have an extra Dawn. Unless I missed something, guys, tell me in the comment section below. Am I going crazy? Someone help me out in the comment section below. All right, so I think they should not have any Dawn active, and this might be a little bit glitchy with what we're seeing here. Okay, so going to swing for 5 with the leader. Looks like they're going to take, swing for 7 with the leader. They're going to take that, and then swing for 6 with one of the 1-cost searchers, and they're going to 2K counter out of that with the Tashigi. Interesting. Okay, and now, wait a minute, and now the Eustace Kid player's passing the turn back to the Red Green Smoker player and not standing their Basil Hawkins? Okay, I think that might have been a glitch. Okay, hang on. Wait a minute. Okay. I think we have to go back real quick. We have to go back real quick to right here. They didn't swing with their leader. They did not swing with their leader, and they just passed the turn. Okay, I think I see what's going on here, guys. I think there was some type of mistake with the machine, like with whatever this replay format is. I don't think it's registering everything properly because we know it's not from the extra Dawn being active here. There's no way that was supposed to happen. For those who are not aware, the leader can stand up 2 Dawn and the 5-cost Smoker can stand up 1 Dawn. So that's 3 Dawn altogether, and somehow we got 4 Dawn as active. It's just not adding up. It doesn't make sense. Okay, and then the Eustace Captain Kid player here, they swing 5, 7, 6. They swung out of order for sure. And they didn't even develop. Is that a Basil Hawkins in hand, guys? If that is a Basil Hawkins in hand, like if that's accurate and if it's not like glitched out or whatever, they should have absolutely used that card right here. They should have slammed that card down and passed the turn. And watch this. They don't stand up their Basil Hawkins. And they didn't swing with the leader last turn. Okay, so what I think happened, hear me out. Remember, the Red Green Smoker leader did not attack last turn, and they probably did not attack because the Eustace Kid player, more than likely, I can't say for 100% certainty, but I think they more than likely used their leader effect last turn to make their Basil Hawkins a blocker. So that would mean that their top life card is face up, even though we can't see it face up. So I think that's what happened, guys. Bear with me. I have not used this format before. I've not seen this format, is how I should say it, of like the game reviews. So I think that this one might be a little bit glitchy. Okay, a little bit a little bit messed up. Okay, so 2 into 2, that's a very common attack there. Makes sense. 5 into 5. And then we didn't lose a life. Okay. Hang on. Or did it count the life loss before? No, it didn't. So swing 2 into 2. Now 5 into 5, and we didn't lose a life. Okay, so something is definitely going on here, guys. I believe the Red Green Smoker player is at 0 life, and we just stood up all that Dawn again. How is this possible? Hang on. So we play out a 4-cost Chopper, and we stood all of our Dawn back as active. And now we're swinging in for 11. And then they play out the Rosinante, and they have a Dawn left for the turn. Okay, so again, I think that's some type of glitch in the system of this recording format that we should not have the extra Dawn. That's why they didn't use it. Okay, so the Eustace Kid player is going to attack in here. Let's see what we choose to do. Looks like we countered out. And then they're going to play out the 7-cost. Wait a minute. Did they play out the 7 cost first to attach a Dawn to swing for 7? So they're swinging 7 into 5 right now. But look at this, guys. The Trafalgar Law that they played on the board has gone into life. This has become a very interesting VV Lab, guys. I have to say, they don't normally go like this, but we're using, and I don't say we're using, but whoever submitted this is using some type of replay format that seems a little faulty, a little bit glitchy. So, guys, I have to say, as cool as this system is, until they have all the kinks worked out, let's just please submit normal games, because this is a little bit hard to follow, okay? So look at this. They have the 7 cost 9K Trafalgar Law in hand right now still, but watch this. At the end of the turn, it goes from their hand to the board. What is going on? This is some sorcery going on here. And they play out the Hody Jones. Somehow we still have 1 life left, even though we played out the Hody Jones with 1 life. We shouldn't have had any life. Hang on. So they play out the Hody Jones here over the correct target, and we didn't lose a life. So I'm assuming the red-green Smoker player has no life, okay? I'm assuming that's the case. Look at this. They're going to smash everything. Hang on. We didn't let it go? Wait, what? Hang on. What is the Useless Kid player doing here? They swing 11 into 9. They rest it down with the Hody, 11 into 9, and they're going to 0 cost 3K, or what was that? They got out of it somehow. I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening in the hand. I'm not going to lie, guys. Something is not adding up, and they somehow kept the Trafalgar Law. Okay. Well, now what do we do? Now what do we do? We're swinging in with our Trafalgar Law. That's going to be a blocker. Swing in with the Eustace Kid. We have a blocker down, but we can't stand up our Trafalgar Law because we have not taken any life this game with our, you know, I don't think we've taken any life this game or something. The card just disappeared. It didn't even go to the trash. I don't know where that Trafalgar Law went, guys. That thing disappeared. That thing disappeared, but now it's back. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to say because so much craziness is going on here. All right, we're going to try to get through this Eustace Kid. It's standing up, even though it should be rested, so I think that means its effect is active, and now it's gone. And here we go. Red-green Smoker is starting to climb back into this game. I think you just smash into the board here and go from there. And always swing in with the Smoker. Let's see what happens. That card disappeared somehow from a 7K attack. I have no idea. Don't ask, guys. I have absolutely no idea. Gonna smash in, play out the I like that. I do like that right there, guys. They were able to have like a, you know, like a nice 13 Dawn turn there, doing a search and everything with the baby 5 before replacing it and locking down the board. And it looks like the game's just over. Guys, I do not know what to say. But I will say this. These games don't normally go like this on the VV Labs. Let me ask, for any future submissions, guys, please do not use this, whatever this tool was that they used here, please do not submit games like this again. Just let it play out like normal. And I understand if there was no other option. I don't mean that in like any kind of aggressive way or anything like that. But this was a little bit too hard to follow for what we're trying to offer on this feature. I do think the red-green Smoker player was probably like, I think they basically locked the board down at the end here with the 10 cost Doflamingo. So then next turn they were going to be able to close things out more than likely. But who knows, because you can play out the Eustace Kid from hand as the Eustace Kid player, excuse me, and then, you know, make one of these cards into a blocker, and you could probably survive, because we have, let me see, we have a 5K, an 8K, a 7K, a 10K attack. We do have a Rush Luffy in hand, so maybe the red-green Smoker player still could have gotten there. Not exactly sure, but I do think the Eustace Kid player might have left just a turn too early if it is accurate that they had 3 life left, you know, in their life cards over there. But who knows? That was interesting. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so next game we have here is going to be blue-purple Reiju versus red Zoro. Okay, so volume is off, speed is on 2x, and here we go. It looks like we got a, whoops, let me pause. We will talk about the opening hand, but I was going to say it looks like we have a pretty long game on our hands here, guys. Looks like it's going to be about a 17-minute game, but don't worry, we're in 2x speed. This is a great starting hand. I have to say, like, so just right away, full stop, you know, this is a great starting hand. We should keep this. Looks like they might. Okay. That would have scared me if they mulliganed. That would have scared me a little bit. This hand is excellent. Okay, they're going to play out a Dr. So the Zoro player goes first. They're going to play out a Dr. Kureha. Reiju's going second. And, okay, we're not going to grab the Reiju. Interesting. We're going to grab the Sanji. Okay, well, we found the Reiju. Thank goodness we did find the Reiju again with that. That was a very interesting play there. I don't want to say greedy because I don't think they meant to. I think they actually just wanted the searcher. But hear me out, guys. I think we should have gotten the Reiju from the first draw anyway, and then gone from there. But who knows? Maybe they just wanted to search deeper into the deck. With they did a searcher stage, then into a searcher body. We ended up getting the Reiju anyway. Hey, never punished. But I would have taken the Reiju in the first search, guys. Let me just go back to that real quick. So this was the first search. It was a Reiju, a Chopper, and the 1-cost guy here. We ended up taking the 1-cost, but I think I would have taken the Reiju, and I would have just passed the turn. Because then next turn I can play out my stuff with the Reiju if needed. Okay? Either way, though, hey, never punished. Like I said, this ended up being the best of both worlds because we got the Reiju in the second search. We'll take it every time. We'll take it every time. All right, so now it's back to turn 2 for the Zoro player. They're going to swing for 5 here. So that means they should have a 3-Dawn follow-up. They should have a 3-Dawn. It's probably going to be like one of the choppers if this is the Zero version. Nice. Countering out with the Reiju is the exact right call. We can pull it back from the trash with our 2-cost Reiju next turn. Yep, they end up playing out the Zoro player finishes out their turn by playing out the chopper and cheating a 3-cost 4K blocker chopper into play. Okay. So it looks like the only play we can really do this turn is like a 2-cost Reiju. Yeah, okay, so it looks like I guess we could have done the Reiju first, though. I think we probably could have done the Reiju first to see what we draw. But either way, that's fine. We end up playing out the Reiju. Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say. Let me pause for a second, guys. If we had just played out the Reiju first, then we could have played out another one of these Vinsmoke Sanjis, right? And then from there, we could have attacked into their board for 6 still. We still would have had 1 Dawn left. We could have swung 6 into 4. And if they want to save that card, if they want to save their 4K like that, we're fine with it, right? We're completely fine with that. Okay, so we're fixing our hand. We're doing a lot of searching. This is really good stuff. This is what Reiju does. Reiju draws a lot of cards. They do a lot of cycling. And wait, I just noticed we have a Zeph in hand. That is a very spicy tech card. Very interesting. Okay, they're going to swing in for 6 here. Are we going to take this? Okay, we're going to 2K counter out, but we are running very low on counter power here. And then they're going to swing for 6 more. I think we should take this. I don't think we should counter out. Very nice. Yeah, we do take it, but unfortunately we got a Porsche in. Where's our 2K counters at, guys? Where's our counter power? Okay, so here we go. We have quite a few play options here. I'm going to pause. Again, I don't like pre-watch these games, right? We have a lot of play lines here, but I think we need to get this Vinsmoke guy down immediately. The Akiji, I think we need to get the 4-cost Akiji down immediately, and we have to start battling for this board. That is what I would be doing in this situation, and that would only be, we could actually do it off of Porsche. We could do a 3-Dawn play out the Porsche, return a Dawn, we would draw a card with our leader effect, do a top 5 search, potentially get something there, and then play out the 4-cost from the Porsche, and then we can slam down whatever, and we still have 2 Dawn left to work with for the turn. We could fix our hand with the Sanji. We could fix our hand with a stage. We have a lot of different options here. Or I guess we could even play out the Zeph to bounce a card, but I don't think that's the right play. I don't think we should play out a Zeph. We could also search first with the Vinsmoke Sanji to see if we get any other better options. Because again, guys, remember, we ended up getting a 7-cost Akiji into our trash very early on. That's already set up for us. Let's see what happens, though. Let's see what the Reiju player decides to do. Okay, trashing the Reiju first, I think, is fine. We get a 4-cost Akiji. Seems good. Gonna start off with a 5K attack, a 5K into a 4K. If they counter out, we're actually not upset about that because we can attack into it now. So now we can actually go, we have a lot of things. So pause. Okay, they 2K counter out. So at this point in the game, we can actually slam 2 Dawn, actually just do 1 Dawn on our Reiju and smash into their Tony Chopper. Right, just go 6 into 4. And then we can actually play out the Porsche, cheating out the 4-cost Akiji, cheating out the 7-cost Akiji from the trash, drawing cards all along the way, and then smash 7 into 3 into their 3-cost chopper. I think that's what we should do here. Let's see what happens. Okay, 5 into 4. That's not bad. Okay, and they let it go. Okay, nice. We'll take that. And now, okay, interesting. And did they just fill up more cards in their trash from the effect of the Zeph? That's pretty cool, because Zeph does have the ability, guys. Zeph has the ability to fill. It says on play, return up to one character with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand. Then you may trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. So it looks like they're going to fill 2 cards up from the top of their deck. They get another 7 cost in there, which that's good. That's pretty good. But look what would have happened. Did you see that was a chopper in our trash? If we would have done the Porsche play there, we would have drawn that card and established the 4 cost Akiji. And let me say one more thing. I'm sorry, guys. We have to go back. Bouncing their guy back to hand does not necessarily help us because they can play that card out and just get more characters on the board. So I don't think we should have played the Zeph here, but it probably wasn't the worst thing in the world. I'm not sure. But I do think we had a better play line there by filling out the board with the Porsche and the Akiji. And we'd have played out the Sanji to fix our hand and do some searching there. Oof, that was rough, guys. That was a rough one there. Hopefully we'll be able to bounce back from it. Hopefully it wasn't too much. They're coming in for 6, and we still don't have any 2K counters in hand. So we really need to take this hit right here. So they cheat out the chopper. We need to take this hit just so that they can't know that... Oh, wow. Okay, pause. So we just revealed to them we only have 1K counters in hand, right? Like that was basic. So I think we should have taken that hit and just, you know, put our poker face on and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to take this because I can get out of your next attack. Showing them that we only have 1K counters in hand and whatever we might have searched. Who knows if they might have seen something we searched. I can't remember what all we did there. But man, now if they swing for 6s, they know it's going to take 2 cards from our hand every time or life. So let's see what the Zoro player chooses to do here. Okay, they have a lot of options as well. And remember, guys, we do have this on 2x speed. Let's see what the Zoro player is going to do. They have 6 Dawn left for the turn. Honestly, if I'm the Zoro player, I'm going for that Reiju. And I'm talking about the character. I'm just going to clean up the board a little bit here. Oh, wow. And they have a mole gun. I'm surprised they didn't actually like go for the Reiju on the board and just replay out the Tony Chopper fully filling out their board. Okay, so they did they used Gum Gum Mole Gun to get rid of our Zeph. I don't know why they worried about that card. I think they could have just gone into the board and developed a bigger board here, but hey, that's okay. So are we going to finally, let's see what ends up happening. So we did a search there. Wait a minute, what did we search up? What is that a Marshall D Teach? That's interesting. So we have a 2-cost Teach in our in the deck here. I don't know what the logic is on that card in this deck in Reiju, but hey, if someone knows, tell me in the comment section below. Very interesting. Okay, but we totally whiffed the search. That's unfortunate. We only lost a event in hand, so that's not a big deal. But this turn, we can play out double Akiji. We can go 3-cost Porsche and 4-cost Akiji and a 4-cost Akiji, right? Because we can cheat it out off of the Porsche's effect. Okay, and we can absolutely demolish this board. We can destroy this board with Reiju. What are we considering here? I'm getting a little bit concerned. I'm getting a little bit concerned here. What are we looking at here? Okay. So it looks like we're going to swing 5 and a 4. Okay, I like that. We'll see what happens. They're probably just going to let this go. How many 2Ks do they have? Because we can swing 2K more into it. Okay, very nice. Now we play out the Porsche. Okay, here we go. We got the Porsche play lined up. We'll use the card Dawn -1. We'll snag a Porsche. Yeah, make sure they grab the Porsche. Very nice. We had no other option. You can only grab a Foxy Pirates character. And now we can play out a 4-cost character from hand, or a 4,000 power or lower purple character from hand. We play out the Akiji. Very nice. Now we're going to be able to play both of these Akijis out for the turn. Hopefully that's what we do. Let's see. And we can even play out another Porsche. In fact, to swing even bigger. 3 into 3. That's a little bit greedy, but I get it. I think it's fine. So then we can swing 5 into face and then 7 into face. And right here, I think we should play out another Porsche. Like just rinse and repeat. Yes, very nice. I like this play a lot. So Dawn -1. We got a 2K counter this time. That was much needed. And I'm surprised we put those 4-cost Akijis to the bottom like that. I think we should have kept those towards the top. And now we can cheat out the 4-cost. I hope that's what, or we can cheat out the Reiju. That's a spicy play. I like that. And now they can play out the Reiju from that and draw 2 cards. I don't hate that play. And now we have another Akiji in hand that they don't know about. Okay, return 1 Dawn. Wait a minute. Did we not return a Dawn? Okay, so I guess we chose to not return a Dawn there. Excuse me. So here we go. Let me check something real quick. We chose to not activate main and return a Dawn there. Oh, we didn't replace the Reiju. Well, we have one in trash anyway. It doesn't even matter. We actually have a Reiju in trash. So at first I thought we were going to have to replace the Reiju to do the effect. But it looks like we're not going to do that. So let me say right now, I think we should have absolutely done that. We need to draw cards because we have no counter power in hand. Right? That's my main problem here. That's the scary part for me is we don't have much counter power. We have a 2K, 1K, 1K, 1K. And we want all of those 1Ks. Okay, so now we're going to have to 2K, 1K out of this one. I do get that. Yep, that makes sense. Swinging in for 6, we're going to have to take that. I don't get the Marshall D Teach, I'm not going to lie, which is fine. Guys, whenever you submit a deck like through this, you know, for review, it's no problem. Play whatever you want to. I'm just very curious about this. And we're going to get rid of the Reiju now. See, if we had used that Reiju, we'd have drawn 2 cards. That's unfortunate. We would have been 1 Dawn less, but who cares? We still would have 5 Dawn to play with for the turn. Okay, so what do we do now? I think we do have to go for the board. I'm really hoping... So now, like, now what do we do, right? We have to... Okay, we're going to do a search first. I would grab whatever draw power we can here, and I would be going for this board. This board's got to go, right? Like, the board has to go. But now, because we didn't use the Reiju effect last turn, we can't even Dawn -1 effectively here and still use the effect, like, because we have a full board. This is unfortunate. So okay, it looks like we're going to do some 5s. I love the 5K poke right here. It's just saying, hey, give me a card from your hand. You have to give me a card from hand, and I'm just going to whittle your hand down, and guess what? I'm not going to let you keep any of these characters anyway. Okay, let's see what happens here. And by the way, if we had done the Reiju last turn, not only would we have drawn 2 new cards, or 2 more cards, but we also would have another 5K attack this turn. Okay, here we go. So now we're going 6 in the face here, after going 5 into a character. So are we trying to go for lethal all of a sudden? Maybe we just want to be able to return a Dawn with the Reiju effect. I think that makes sense. Yeah, we have a Reiju in the trash, so now we'll use that effect, Dawn -1, trashing that, drawing cards. Very nice. We drew 3 cards. We got some blockers now. Okay, now having blockers is a very big deal here. So I think the rest of this turn should actually be putting 2 blockers on over top of these Porsches. I think we should keep... Uh-oh. Hang on. What are we doing? We're tapping out. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. What's going on? We have 2 blockers in hand. That's going to refill our Dawn as well. Oh, geez. They just wombo comboed us, too. They punished us so bad with that. I mean, that wasn't terrible, but we really want to get some blockers down. And now they have every character left on their board. Oh, no. Oh, geez, guys. This is rough. We'll talk about it in a minute. We'll rewind and talk about this in a minute. Yeah, at least go for a character. We do at least... Oh, man, that's so brutal. So we do at least have a lot of counterpower in hand and 1 life. And they drop the dragon on us. I think they should put 2 on Robson. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, attach a Dawn to the leader with the Luffy. If you guys start hearing my stomach rumble, y'all bear with me. I'm getting hungry. It's around that time of the day I start getting hungry. But here we go. They're going to swing 7, 2K, 1K. We got 1 more we can get out of, and then that's going to be a wrap, guys. I think we are toast. So let me say this. One thing that Reiju does very well, they can just go explosively, like, go lethal, like, out of nowhere. It's a very explosive deck. Pause. Whoop, hang on. Reiju is a very explosive deck. It can just go nuclear out of nowhere, but going for the board is so much more important because we're a very high value deck. So let me say this right now. There were like 4 plays in particular I would have tried to play around a little bit differently in the future. Number 1 is make sure you get your Reijus, but this one ended up never punished. We were fine for this one, not a big deal. Okay, when we did the searches with Sanji. Now right here, this is where I did like this play right here, playing out the Sanji to draw some cards. But I think we did things in a slightly different order. So guys, there's this logic going around. Let me say right now. Yes, typically speaking, you need to do all your attacks first. Okay? However, there are some situations where I don't think it is the worst thing in the world to play out cards from your hand first, especially if it gives you another option. Like in this case right here, I think we should have played out the Reiju for 2 before attacking. Before attacking, I think we should have played out the Reiju for 2, and then we could have, you know, cheated it out, drawn a bunch of cards, drawn 3 cards in the process. Now watch what we draw here. Okay, we end up drawing 3 cards from this. And now we have a 1 Dawn play. So we could have just done 6 into 4. And if he wants to save that card and go down to 3 cards in hand, again, we're not stopping him. Be our guest. Because Reiju is a very high value deck. Just eat up all the cards in their hand and start sifting through your deck with these with the German Kingdom Searcher and all your draw card effects from the Reiju. That's the first thing. Now on this next turn here, let's fast forward a little bit. The turn you play out the Zeph, or the turn that the player, the Reiju player played out the Zeph, I think we had a much stronger play line. I think what we could have done here with 5 Dawn, I think we go 6 into this card. 1 Dawn investment, 6 into this card, into this Tony Chopper. They're probably not going to save that, but if they do, it doesn't matter. We're going to get rid of it no matter what. They're not saving that card, okay? So that's fine. They probably would have saved it, or if they would have saved it, we would have attacked into it with a Reiju for 6, okay? Because that would have been your next play, so that's 2 Dawn altogether. 1 Dawn on the character Reiju, 1 Dawn on the leader Reiju, everything going into the 4K Chopper. Now what we end up doing is we play out the Porsche, Dawn -1 to draw a card with our leader effect, playing out the 4 costs, maybe even doing a search and grabbing a search, or, grabbing a card from the search, and then playing out the 4 costs Ikiji, and then -3,000 to their chopper, and 7 into 3, they're not saving that. Not after trying to save the chopper, right? So that's the other play I think we could have capitalized on. And now the very last play is right here. We had an incredible turn lined up for this, guys. I have to say, right after this, watch this. We end up fixing our hand big time with the Reiju search. Watch, we're going to swing in. We use the Reiju. We draw 3 cards. Look at the 3 cards we draw, guys. Boom. Massive. This is massive. So right here, all of a sudden, all of our focus should be going into this board. So it should be 5 into Zoro, 5 into Zoro, 8 into the Luffy. That's what I would have done. That would have been bare minimum 3 cards from hand. It actually would have been bare minimum 4 cards to save everything, because if we'd have gone 8 into the Luffy, that's gone anyway. And then hear me out. Then with our remaining 4 Dawn. So remember, that would have been an attack from our leader, an attack from our Reiju, an attack from our Ikiji, with only 1 Dawn invested across all those. We still have 4 Dawn left for the turn. You play out double chopper blockers here over 1 Reiju and probably over 1 Porsche. We probably want 1 Reiju in the trash and then just get rid of a Porsche. It's fine, just replace any 2 characters you want to, as long as one of them is a Reiju and none of them are the Ikiji. And now we have 2 blockers. We ramp all of our Dawn back. We have a life, and we have decent counter power in hand. So I think that would have been the best play there at the end. Either way, really good stuff there. That's why we do these videos, right? To learn from all these different play lines and potentially optimize our play like that. Okay, when people see other things because I will say this right now, guys. Some people see play lines I don't. I see play lines that other people don't. It just goes back and forth. So again, that's why we do these. Really good stuff. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so next game up we got Buggy versus Katakuri. Volume is off, speed is on 2x, and here we go. Buggy versus Katakuri. Okay, all right. And let me just go ahead and look at the opening hand here. Okay, and we got a Richie. Very cool. We got a blocker here. We got Sanji's pull-off, so we can draw some cards. We have Charlotte Pudding, a 2K counter Bentham, the 5 cost 7K, 1K counter Vanilla, Dawes Bones, and Crocodile. Pretty good start. I think we want to get to our 7 cost Buggy as soon as possible, though, and be able to cheat out more characters. Especially, I was going to say, whenever we get Mihawk, we want to be able to cheat it out with that and fill out our board as quickly as possible so we can get access to our 10 cost Buggies and have no downside. Okay, so the Katakuri is going to... Did they get a trigger there? Hang on. So we attack in for 5. Watch that. So the Buggy player attacks in for 5, and they get a trigger. Okay, the Katakuri player takes the early hit for 5 and gets a trigger Sanji into play. Very nice. So this might be a very aggressive version of Katakuri that has a lot of triggers, because Sanji has a trigger, the card they trash Satori has a trigger, and yeah. So they're going to swing in for 7, and they set a card to the bottom of their deck, guys. I know you guys can't see because my head, my face camera's blocking the chat, but they did put the card. They looked at their own life card and put it to the bottom. The Katakuri player did. Okay. So I think we need to attack first. It looks like we're going to use the leader effect first, which is, it's not terrible, but I don't think we should let our opponent know what we have coming. Oh, man, so we missed out on a 7 cost, a lot of good cards in that search there. Hang on. I think this is why a lot of people don't run Moji. I think a lot of people do not run Moji because look what just happened. Look at the cards we just went over. We just got rid of 3 6 cost Mihawks and a 7 cost Buggy and a 2K counter Moji for what it's worth. Like, okay, all those cards, bottom of our deck. Very unfortunate. But that's okay. The Moji card can play out the Richie, though, I believe, right? So, okay, yeah, we're going to play out the Richie. That's fine. And that is another reason why we should have attacked first, just in case there were some triggers. Because like look at their hand, guys, or look at their board. They even got a trigger Brûlée as well. Okay, they're going to play out an electromagnetic cannon here, KOing our Moji. They're going to swing for 7. Let's see what they choose to do. They looked at our life and moved it to the bottom this time. So the Katakuri just looked at our top life card and bottomed it. Okay, so here we go. We don't have any more ways to flood the board. This is really unfortunate. Yeah, so we're going to swing for 5 first, see what happens here. I do love the 5K pokes. Like, hey, give me an answer. Like, either give me a card from your hand or give me something on the board or give me a life card. We'll take it. Swing for 7. They give us a blocker. Play out the Mihawk. Playing it out for 6 Dawn, like not using the leader effect to trash a card from hand because that would not be good anyway, right? Because if we do that, we're just going... It hurts us when we just can pay 1 extra Dawn when we have plenty of Dawn this turn. Okay, remember, guys, the Buggy leader effect, yes, we could have turned that 6 cost into a 5 cost, but you have to trash a card in the process. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do some searching with the card we just got. We got a 10 cost Buggy, not bad. But we really need this Crocodile to survive. Hopefully, if they get aggressive into our board, that could be scary. Because we need to start really filling out the board. That's what we really, really need to start happening. Look at this. Yeah, they know that. And yeah, this is absolutely the right call from the Katakuri player. And we literally can't save the card. We don't have enough to save the card. That is unfortunate. Look at this. We're running Love Mellow as well. Interesting. The Love Beam, very cool. Okay, so we're going to swing in for 5 here. It looks like the Buggy player is going to swing in for 5. I do like that. Oh, man, punish him here. Punish him. Nice. Very nice play there with the pudding. That was an excellent play. They got very greedy. They took the 5K hit, and we said, all right, Charlotte Pudding, that card's gone. Now, they're going to punish us in return with a Charlotte Lin, ripping our life, gaining a life. Seems good. And I think we should have blocked that. So, guys, so remember, guys, Mihawk is a blocker. We can just block that hit. They're not going to swing with the Sanji. We want them we wish they would swing with Sanji. Okay, so we did take a hit there for no reason, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so in this situation here, nice. We actually have everything we need. So we need to swing 5, swing 7, swing 7. Hang on. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, trashing the love. I would trash the love beam here. Okay, that's fine. Playing out the Crocodile, playing out the Mr. 1 DOS Bones. Very nice. Yeah, maybe get rid of one of these Sanji pull-offs. Yeah, I don't think we need 2 of them. And now we're going to trash another card here to play out the Buggy. Bottom decking that card. Swing 7, swing 7. So our sequencing is a little bit off. Make sure to attack first because you have no idea what kind of triggers they might be running. What if they get some type of like Nami effect? And not swinging with the Mihawk there, I think, was a little bit... I think we should have swung with the Mihawk. I'm not going to lie. Well, actually, at the same time, hang on. Let me pause and think about this for a second. Maybe we should not have swung with Mihawk. Maybe that is the right play to not swing with Mihawk in case they were to get a trigger. I think that was handled fine. Never mind. I take that back. Considering who our opponent is, not attacking with the Mihawk, not the worst thing in the world because then they might not get another trigger body. Okay, I would maybe grant them 1 life here because our board is massive. Our board is massive, and now they can get aggressive, attack into us. Okay, 9 into that. We probably just, well, we can't save it. Yeah, that card's going to have to go. That's okay. We do have the Sanji's pull-offs here. I would definitely Sanji's pull-off first just to see what my options are for the turn. Okay, hang on. We're going to swing for 5. They only have 2 cards in hand. Let's see what they do. Because are we going to consider going for lethal maybe? Wow, they took the hit. Okay, and now we're gonna swing for 7. They'll probably take this one. Oh, no, okay, they counter out of the 7K, but they take the 5K. That's fine. We'll take it. And now there is some logic to just wait till next turn. Okay, here we go. Now we're playing with fire because if they get a trigger body, wait a minute. Did we already swing with that card at least? Okay. We at least already swung with that card. Let me say that right now. We did at least already swing with the card. They had a You're the One Who Should Disappear, and they did set it there at the beginning of the game. They did set that there at the beginning of the game. Okay, very nice. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, they tap out early. That is not a problem. I think we had this game in the bag because, hear me out, we have a blocker, we have a life, and our counter power in hand. So we did a draw. It was just a straight up draw 2. I don't think we play any card out from our hand here. I don't think we play out even a single card from our hand here. We sit on we have the love beam and we could take these hits. Next turn we can go for their board. We would be completely fine. We'd be completely fine here. I think we would just win. Look at what their top card was. They would top deck a Capone Beige. Good stuff. This game was handled very well by the Buggy player. We did have a few sequencing issues, I think, but other than that, I mean, this was handled very well. This person played the deck in a very good way. They understood the importance of getting these characters on the board and going from there, and getting down the Buggy and getting massive amounts of value. We were able to punish them severely with the pudding. Let me see how many cards were in their hand. Watch this, guys. We attack in for 5. They had 7 cards in hand. Watch this. They take this 5K hit very greedily, and then we play out the DOS Bones, and then we punish them with the pudding. They lost 2 cards in hand, and whatever they searched for earlier, or whatever they were sculpting their hand for earlier, that's gone, and then we get 2 bodies on the board. Seems really good. Good game here. All right, let's check out the next one. All right, next game up we have Hody Jones versus Blue Yellow Nami. Okay. The GOAT himself gracing us with his presence, Hody Jones, right? All right, here we go. So the volume is off, the speed is on 2x, and here we go. So this will obviously be an OP11 matchup here, and that's always fine, guys. You don't have to, whatever format you guys submit games in, it doesn't matter to me. Okay, but this one will be OP11. We know that because Blue Yellow Nami comes out then. So Hody's going to start off. Hang on, Nami's going to go first, which I do think they prefer to do. I do think Nami wants to go first. And then Hody's going to go second, play out the Cami and do some searching. And then, okay, and now Nami is off to a blistering start here. They're going to get down the 2-cost Marshall D Teach. We need to deal with that card. That card needs to be dealt with. But, hey, I think if anyone can do it, maybe Hody Jones is the one that can do it, right? Because I believe their leader effect does allow us to rest a 3-cost or lower. Now, unfortunately, we can't go into the Teach just yet. I guess we technically could have. I guess we could have put a Dawn on the Cami and then rest down the card and smash in from there. But that's okay. Okay, so this Nami's going to slam down Kikinojo. The Teach is going to be able to attach some Dawn to the leader for free. But do they want to do that? The answer is yes, they do. Because they're probably going to get the card right back. That is a very cool interaction for Marshall D Teach, I have to say. They're going to get the card right back if they deal damage. Look, they draw a card because we lost life. So very, very good stuff. That is a very cool interaction, like I said. All right, now, yep, you got to rest that card down. We have to attack into that card 100%. Going to attack in with the Dosen first, I think. Yeah, I would at least, okay, 3 into 3 I think is actually very nice. Because if they save this, we're happy about that. Because we're getting cards out of their hand and we can keep smashing into the board. Yeah, I was going to say, if they save that, I'd have been very surprised. Okay. So, going to play out the, okay, very cool combo there. We're going to make it where they cannot attack with Kikinojo next turn. They played out the 5-cost Icarus Much, or whatever his name is, Icarus Much, which was able to cheat out the Arlong, locking up the Kikinojo, not even locking down, locking up Kikinojo, and now, our board is being filled out very nicely, and they do not want to see that. And what did they push back? They pushed back the Dosen. Okay. They used Nojiko to push back Dosen, swinging 6 into 5 here. Yeah, I would counter out of this. Oh, man, where's our counter power? I just noticed no 2K counters in hand. This is brutal, guys. This is brutal. Okay, that's okay. Let's use the effect. We're going to rest down the whole board here, guys. Is it time to slam down? Oh, I like Hody Jones here. I'm not going to lie, but there might be a better play that our Hody Jones players come up with that they're cooking up. Because I will say, I am no expert with Hody Jones. Gonna play out the Jinbei, resting down the Kikinojo. Gonna swing 8 into 6. They're gonna let it go. Gonna smash in for 5. Gonna probably smash in for 7. Seems good. Okay, I mean, this is a good spot to be in. This is a good spot to be in for the Hody Jones player. It's not incredible. The game's not over yet, but this is a good spot here. Okay, baiting out the Red Rock there with the Jinbei. We still have a Hody Jones in hand, guys, and Hody Jones is a monster. He's a beast. 6 into 4, we got to let that go. We don't have enough counter power anyway to really get out of that safely. I think we have just enough, actually. That Jinbei might be a 2K. Okay, so we counter out with Jinbei. Seems good. Okay, we got a Cami Searcher here. Oh, we got the Vander Decken. We have a lot of cards we can trash in hand for it, right? It's one of these 4-cost cards, and we can just get rid of this. So we're going to rest down their Dawn. Seems good. And now we're going to be able to swing 8 into 6. Okay. I'm going to swing 8 into 6. They're going to counter out and save it, guys. They're going to counter out and save it. And we have Hody Jones coming down. Well, yep. Here we go. Smash. Do they have another 2K, 1K? The answer is no, they don't. They're up to 4 life, but our board is looking much better than theirs right now. And we have 2 really solid characters we can play out next turn. They're going to use the new, this is the new Gum Gum Red Hawk here for yellow. It is main, rest 3 Dawn, so it's pay 1 and then rest 3 Dawn. So it ends up being a 4 Dawn investment, and it says if both players' total amount of life cards is 5 or more, which is 7, we have 7 altogether, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Wow. Not bad. Not bad. Now, hear me out. I don't think we should go for the Hody Jones. I think the blue, or not, I say we. I think the Nami player should have actually gone for face there because they're on a clock right now. They can't just hang on like this, right? They can't just hang on. So we're going to swing in there, going to play out the 3-cost Dosen. Seems good. And now we're in a situation where our opponent, I mean, it depends on how much removal they're running in their version of Blue Yellow Nami. Man, that's a lot of removal. That is this like, Guys, is there like a new event-based version of Blue Yellow Nami? Is that the new thing? Gotta let that card go. It doesn't seem too bad. Okay, so maybe I was wrong, guys. Maybe they're not on a clock. Maybe they're just gonna keep eating up the board. Gonna swing in for 7 with the leader. They're gonna take that. Play out some 4-cost 6Ks. Seems good. That's the Hody and Hyozu. And what is this Blue Yellow Nami player going to do? What is their win condition? So for those who might be newer to the channel, I've been spending a lot of time playing some Blue Yellow Ace. Whoa, hang on. We got a lot to talk about. Hang on. But let me finish my thought real quick. I play a lot of Blue Yellow Ace now, and one of Blue Yellow's biggest problems is the win condition. Like, it's easy to gain life in Blue Yellow. That's just the way that Bandai has made it. I feel like Blue Yellow might be the best deck at gaining life, well, especially with Blue Yellow Ace, but I think just in general, because you're bouncing cards back to your hand and gaining life with their effects if you need to. But I want to know what Nami's win condition is here. They're doing a great job at removing the board. Look at their trash, guys. They have the 1-cost, technically 4-cost, Gum Gum Red Hawk to get rid of 5-cost targets. They have Jozu's to bounce 6-cost targets, Red Rocks to get rid of anything, Nojiko's to bounce 5-cost targets. They have a lot of really cool stuff going on here. But what is the win condition? Okay, so here we go. They're going to play out a Hiyori and set their top life card. Okay, we'll have to see what that is. But it might be too little too late. It's going to need to be like... Okay, and then they use the Jozu to bounce back to Hiyori. I was going to say it might be too little too late because we have too many threats on the board. They're going to swing for 7. We're going to take that, and here we go. Draw a card. Oh gosh, we got the full play set of Vanderdecken in our hand right now. Not ideal. Not a bad card, but we don't want that card right now. We want other options. Okay, let's see what we do here. It looks like we're doing a little bit of math. I think in this situation, I think we maybe swing for 7s here. It looks like we're going to swing for 8. They can use their leader effect. Nami can use leader effects to go up to 7. Okay, and they choose not to. What card do they set to their life there? I'm so confused. What card do they set to their life? Because remember, with Hiyori, they set a card there. Now going to swing for 9. Okay, countering out aggressively. And now playing out a 4-cost 6K. And we're hoping for the best over here. We are hoping for the absolute best over here on the Green Hody's side. Now they're going to smash into our guide. I don't think we should save it. Yeah, I don't think we should save that. Okay, what are they going to do? They still have 8 Dawn to work with. Is this going to be a Eustace Kid turn? We saw them trash a Eustace Kid last turn. Let's see if they're going to play out one. I think they need to. I don't know if they're going to survive next turn or not, but okay. Nope, they're going to swing for 9, and they have 4 Dawn left. They do draw a card from that because we took damage, so they get to draw a card with their leader effect. And now what? They need to play something, or we're just going to run them over, right? We're just going to run them over here. Okay, very nice. So in this situation here, we are going to be able to attack in. Honestly, yeah, okay, we're going to play out the Vanderdecken first, trashing a card with no counter to get rid of their main threat. I think that's fine. But hear me out, guys. I think we should actually rest down the Teach and go for lethal next turn. Like, just keep establishing this board state and going wider and wider on the board. Okay? Yes, nice. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Yeah, just use the leader effect. They did rest down a Dawn instead. Or maybe they didn't. Oh, excuse me. I forgot that card can rest down characters. Okay, this is huge. Yeah, this is definitely the right play here. I forgot that card could rest down Dawn. Okay, we're going to use this to trash that card and maybe go more aggressive into life. That's dangerous. What if they have a character in there? I don't know if we should have gone so aggressively here. Let's see what they get. Oh, man. Here we go. Okay, it was just removal, and we had no blockers. That's fine. So I think we've got this game locked down. So now, even with this, he can swing 7, and we can counter out of it. Yeah, so that was really good stuff there. We had this exactly calculated. Okay, don't leave him waiting. Don't leave him waiting. GG. That was a good one. That was funny. I've done it before, too. I'm sure we've all done that, right? Where it's like, does he have it? Does he have it? Yes, I do, right? That's fun. But anyway, that was a good game. Hody Jones, easy, light work. Easy game for Hody Jones, light work over here. But I will say on this last turn here, what I would have done a little bit differently. Let's go back. I forgot that this Hyozu card can actually, rest down characters. Let me see if I can pause it, because I think it's like worded improperly on the sim. So it says activate main, rest up to once per turn, rest up to one of your opponent's cost 4 or lower characters. This character gains plus 1,000 for the turn, then add the top card of your life to your hand. Okay, so maybe it is worded correctly, because I think for a while it said like when attacking when it was actually an activate main, or vice versa. I don't know. Whatever the case is, this is perfect. You rest down their whole board with this situation, with this you know, with these cards here, and then you just go for the board. And I probably would have just waited. I'd have kept all that counter power in hand, just in case. Who knows if they're running the 8-cost Rush Luffy? Because if they were running 8-cost Rush Luffy, that would have been an 8K. That would have been like a swing 8, swing 8, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that wouldn't have been any better, because burning their last life, it was a 2K counter. Whatever. We got there in the end. Worked out perfectly. Good stuff from Hody Jones. All right, let's go ahead and check out the next one. All right, and for the final game, what a great game to end on. We've got some blue-yellow ace action lined up. Was I not just talking about this with the blue-yellow Nami? We got a blue-yellow ace game lined up. Let's see how this goes. Versus Red Zoro. Volume is off. Speed is on 2x. The quality is up as high as it will go. And here we go. Very cool background as well. You got ace in the background. All right, here we go. So Zoro is going to start off going first here. They're going to play out a Nami and going to do a search for a Tony Chopper, the OP10 Chopper. And now we're going to slam down a Sanji on turn 1 as blue-yellow ace. We are in a very, very good spot. And guys, we do have this on 2x speed. That Sanji does a lot of work for this deck. Okay, and we had the potential there to counter or to KO the Nami there and go more aggressively at face, but I like this way better. Just attack in. Actually, but we're not even going for the Nami. I'm surprised we're not going for that, because all of Zoro's characters get stronger over the course of the game. I'm surprised we didn't just like get rid of that card or something, like 5 into it and go from there. Gonna swing it for 7. Hey, we're going aggressive. I'm not complaining. Especially the way that I build and play blue-yellow ace, I play very defensively. So seeing this, I'm not upset about this, seeing a more aggressive version. They're going to swing in for 6. Looks like we're probably just going to 2K counter out of that. Seems good. And here we go. Going to swing in for 6. We're not going to use our leader effect this turn. We're just going to play out a Nami, it looks like. Trashing a trigger card. Getting rid of the Luffy. Great card. Hey, that's a card that I don't have room for in the deck anymore. That 5-cost Nami, because I'm not running enough events. Or excuse me, not events. Triggers. But that card is outstanding. That card is outstanding. Okay, so Zoro's going to follow up here with a Monet. And this is going to let him get super aggressive. They're going to swing for 7. And then they have 3 Dawn left. Are they going to play anything out? Maybe some Searcher. Okay, going to get some more attacks in. This is why I was saying we probably should have gotten rid of the Nami. But here we go. Now we're going to do it. We'll take that. Seems good. And now we're going to smash in for 7. They take it. We're going to play out Kinemon. Look at this card, guys. Activate main once per turn. Pay 1. You may add 1 card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand, and this card becomes active. Well, that's not exactly a downside for blue-yellow ace, right? We can actually just put a card into the top of our life, stand this card as active, and take it, because we were going to lose at the end of turn anyway with the blue-yellow ace's effect. Okay, here we go. What is Ace going to do? Because we can gain life anytime we want to with this deck with the Hyoris. As long as we don't whiff our leader search, we're going to be able to do whatever we want to here. Or gain life whenever we want to. That's what I meant to say. Okay, they're slamming down Dragon. Are they going to go for our board? It looks like that seems to be the consideration. Wow. Okay, that Dragon is massive right now. I think they should have gave the Dawn to the Zoro. Oh, well, that's fine. It could have been a 9K, 11K, or 9K, 10K swing. We'll take it. Either way, we take that hit, and now we've got a Nami on top of life. Now we're going to be able to smash 13 into 9. And remember, we can stand this card up with the Kinemon's effect, taking our top life card. They're going to 2K, 0 cost 3K, stand them up, 13 more into it. What do you got in there? Yep, that's gone. Cleaning up the board, your turn. They're probably going to want to get rid of that Kinemon. If they know what's good for them, okay, they had a Ben Beckman. I'll say you need to get rid of the Kinemon. That thing is about to be an absolute bear. Okay, it was a menace. All right. We do take that. We did counter out of that last hit there. We're still at 2 life, and now we can just start gaining life, guys, with the Hiyori and things like that. We swing for 5. Okay, going to play out Sabo and Kinemon and just sit on, 9K counter in hand and 2 life. I think we're fine. We're setting up for future turns. This is really good stuff here. Very well played by the blue-yellow ace player so far. Really good stuff. They're going to swing for 11. It looks like they're going to swing for 8. Probably going to 2K to get out of this, and we're going to be able to gain a life this turn, potentially, if we need to. Okay. Yeah, nice. This is going to let us draw a card. It looks like they're thinking about playing out Nami and trashing the Denjiro. I do like that play quite a bit. All right. A lot of thinking going on right now, guys. A lot of thinking. This is not an easy play. Doing a top 5 search. We grab the Satori. Very nice. We're going to go 7 into that. 7 into the Beckman. Do they want to give us cards? They sure do. We'll take them. Hey, we'll take those cards. I will say we will take those cards. Okay. I would be surprised if we actually, yeah, I was going to say, I think we just need to go 7 into it, because we could stand this card up if we even need to. So, okay, we didn't need to, so now we can just attack in, smash in for 6, they should take this. Standing up our card, swinging in for 7. Go ahead and play out the Nami. Okay, we did that out of order. We could have drawn some cards, but I guess they didn't want to risk losing the Nami, potentially, and we don't need the extra cards, because we have 1 life and we have 8k counter in hand. Hey, that's a nice Monkey D. Luffy, but we have a lot of ways to counter out of this. Okay, so the first attack we should take no matter what, just to bait their attack in. We're like, okay, yep, we'll take it, and we have a bazillion counter in hand. And that is how this deck works, guys. That's literally just how it functions. So we take it. Yeah, with that Kinemon on the board, guys, and our leader effect, there's no way they're surviving this turn, right? There's absolutely no way. I guess we do have to see if we hit something with our leader effect, and we do. Very nice. And now you just load everything on there, swing in for 9. They're going to take that. Stand everything, swing in for 9 more, and there's just no way out for our opponent. Good game. That was very well played by the blue-yellow ace player. The only thing I would have probably done differently is, of course, the turn I was saying with the Nami. I would have just played... After I got rid of this card, let me say it like this. Okay, so right here, you know, what ends up happening... We smash in, we get rid of that card. Now, right here, before I would have used the Kinemon's effect, I would have used the Nami to get rid of their Sanji. Sure, they can draw a card if they want to. Who cares? You know, we get to cycle out a card as well, and then we can, you know, go from there, of course. But I think that might have been the only thing I would have changed. And another option we could have had, well, no, we do want to get rid of this Sanji, to be honest. But I was going to say another option we could have actually had was playing out the Hiyori and then gaining a life. Right, so that ends up taking the place of the 2k counter in hand, because we literally just gain a life and a trigger in the process. We could have got the Denjiro in there, or the Nami if we needed to get rid of something. So yeah, anyway, really good stuff there. That was a fun one to watch. Love watching me some blue-yellow ace action. All right, guys, that's it. Let me get the outro page on here. Get rid of these censor screens at the top and bottom. That was a lot of fun. I always enjoy reviewing y'all's games. It's a good time. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Guys, if you're liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, viewing, whatever you're doing to help me out, using my TCG Player affiliate link, you know, Patreon and PayPal, Playmat supporters, YouTube members, Discord community, whatever you're doing to help me out, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Hope y'all enjoyed. Till next time. We will be streaming. I almost forgot. We will be streaming tonight every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern. We stream here on YouTube on the VV Theory, okay? So be sure to stop by, hang out, have a good time with us. It should be fun. All right. Till next time, guys. Peace.